in medicine from a really early age. I wanted to become a doctor probably starting, I would say, in middle school into high school. So a lot of times docs don't know they want to become doctors until they finish college or just early on in college. But for me, I knew very early. I was really fascinated just with the human body and how it functioned, and I knew I loved anatomy. Really loved helping people and working with people, and I knew from that it was something that interested me. And actually I thought about being a vet because I love, just helping things, whether animals or people or whatever. And then as I matured, figured out that it was humans. So I actually started shortly after finishing my undergraduate degree. So after I was an undergrad, I was actually a professional fitness trainer, a long history of doing fitness-related activities, and bodybuilding, weightlifting competitions, etc. So I had a strong interest in fitness. For me, after finishing my training, I then did a fellowship in bariatric surgery as well as minimally invasive surgery. And so with that, it allowed me to kind of combine my two passions, fitness and wellness, with surgery. And so that for me was a no-brainer. It was very, very gratifying taking care of that group of patients. Why I chose surgery really was decided a little later in my medical school career. So I knew I love medicine, helping people, and then as I rotated through each specialty, which is what you do as a medical student, you work in each area of medicine. Surgery was my last rotation. And so for me, surgery really just clicked. It gave me the ability to really cure patients and help them, and it also let me use my hands and work with my hands and do things. After rotating through all the different areas of medicine, you find that a lot of what doctors do, they don't cure patients, they just kind of support patients for different chronic conditions. And for me, surgery was definitive, and actually when people would come to me with a problem, whether it's hernia, an emergency, or cancer, obesity, whatever, and I was the cure to that problem, so I found it very gratifying. What sets me apart from all the other surgeons? I guess I would say my passion for surgery. I feel like I'm very compassionate for patients and what I do, and I think that's what allows me to lead in my field. Everything I do is always in the best interest of the patient, and as long as you use that as a guiding principle in treating patients, then you'll be very successful and do well. And for me, this worked very well. That's one of my favorite parts about doing weight loss surgery is patients come to you and they have this lifetime of obesity and they're very down about it. And you have the ability to make an entire lifestyle change with that patient, and you provide that tool they need to basically completely transform their entire life. So it's very gratifying. People often come to you and they really did all the work, right? They're the ones who went through it all, had the surgery. You're the one who did it, and so it's very gratifying, but then again, it's really, it makes you feel really good about what you do. Patients in general give you, there's a lot of gratification with doing surgery and taking care of patients, so them just appreciating what you've done for them is very gratifying, and so it definitely makes you appreciate coming to work every day and taking care of them. When you have a patient with cancer, for example, like I do pancreas cancer surgery, very, very difficult surgery, but patients come to you and follow up in the office, and been fortunate that you've cured that patient, and you've allowed them to extend their life for many years. It's very gratifying. Or when you take care of obesity patients and they're a whole new person and they've lost 100, 150 pounds, and they come in here and they got a whole new look, and they're smiling, they're glowing, and they're sharing that with you. Compassionate and detail-oriented. I'm very detail-oriented, and I'm very precise, and I'm a perfectionist when it comes to surgery. I think that's how they would describe me. For me, it's I have a whole ritual every day before actually going into work or surgery. I have a whole process in the morning to prepare. I'm really into wellness, so I do meditate every morning, out every morning, basically sit down before I do a case and really think through things. A support system is important for anybody in any profession that's a leader, right? I have a very strong family unit. I've got 2 kids, they're twins, a wife, and then an extended family that's all here in the local area in St. Petersburg. I was actually born and raised here, and so I moved away for my training, and they offered me jobs at the various facilities where I trained, and my wife wanted to come here with family, and so did I. So we have a strong relationship with our family here and a support system. So yeah, I would call myself a family man for sure. So the hospital I'm currently chair of the Department of General Surgery, I was born there, and so that, it's surreal thinking that, I'm born and raised in this area, and now I'm a leader of surgery in the area. So I often see my teachers who come in to see me as patients, which is kind of fun. My parents have a lot of family members and their friends in the area, so there's just a lot of just connections in the area of patients that come to see me. So it's funny when I see an old math teacher or something like that come to see me now as a patient when they were teaching me when I was like in 5th grade or something. My son, he fell one when he was an infant, and he got a little gash in his head. So I said, it's fine, to my wife, we don't need to do anything, just put a little glue on there. So we didn't shave it, and so we put a little glue, and then it turned into a ball of glue in his whole entire head, right where that spot was. So we had to shave the glue off. He had a big bald spot, but it ended up healing up just fine.